All right, welcome to video 2.3, which is in this video we are going to be talking about the inverter sizing. Yeah, so we are more or less doing a solar generator design calculation for a 3 kilowatt unit. Yeah, and at the same time we are reviewing what the installer had installed for his client. So if at the end of this exercise we found out that this 3 kilowatt unit is okay for the loads that were specified, again you can use it as a cheat sheet. In a way, at the end of this exercise you also have a cheat sheet where you can just compare the loads that the client is using to your load, and if it is quite similar, then you just go for a 3 kilowatt unit. Yeah, all right. Yes, the disclaimer page, you can pause and go through it. And quick introduction, you can pause and go through it. And right, so let's size our inverter. Now, this is going to be done in 5 simple steps, and I've outlined them steps 1 through to 5. So the first thing to do is that we decide what the system voltage is, right? And from the data sheet I found on the internet, the 3 kilowatt ITEL hybrid inverter that the installer selected is actually rated a 24 volts system. Yeah, if 24 volts design. So with that, we're going to determine what the system voltage will be. Since the inverter voltage must be equal to the system voltage, then our system voltage is a 24 volts system. Then the next step is, now we have established that the voltage of the inverter is a 24 volts. So this is going to guide us in all the rest of our design, in selecting, in determining the or calculating the number of panels that we're going to need. The 24 volts will play a big role in it. In the battery as well, the battery voltage has to be a 24 volt system as well, and we and this is actually quite crucial. So number 2, the inverter voltage is a 24 volts. Now the snippet you find here is, I got it from the internet, because I went looking for the data sheet for ITEL 3 kilowatt hybrid inverter, and this is what I found. The output power 3000 watts, the surge capacity 2 times the rated capacity for 5 seconds. Yeah, and also the nominal DC input voltage 24 volts. So this data sheet just also helps establish the fact that we are dealing with a 24 volt system here. Right, so the next step, number 3 in sizing your inverter, is to get or calculate what the continuous power of the inverter is going to be. So the continuous power is 1.3, which is a factor multiplied by 1750, which is the total power of all the loads, and that will give us a continuous power of 2275 watts. And we know that the rated capacity of our inverter that the installer selected was 3000 watts. So this continuous power is running right under the 3000 watts. So from this first check, our inverter is perfect for this load. Now the next step, which is number 4, is to calculate the surge power of the load. Yeah, so we'll calculate what all the total surge power of the load is, and then we'll compare it to what the surge power of the inverter is, as stated in the data sheet. So now the surge power from what we calculate is for the 2 freezers will be 300 watts, and then the blender is the one that gives the highest surge here. Yeah, the surge power of the blender is around 2250 watts, and then we have all the other loads, and everything brings a surge power for our total load of 3650 watts. Yeah, so what this means is, if we switch on our units, our loads, all at once, yeah, this is the maximum power that we pull from the inverter. Yeah, and it's very important that you know this. Yeah, so now let's take that 3650 And then that brings us to this, the last step in our inverter sizing, which is what the surge capacity of the inverter is. Yeah, from the data sheet we found out that the surge capacity of the i33 kilowatt inverter is 2 times the rated power. Rated power is 3000 watts, so the surge power will be 6000 watts for 5 seconds. And our maximum surge from all our loads is 3650, which is under 6000 watts. So we have, this inverter is perfect for this activity. And that is why I said here that, so the installer selected inverter is okay. It's a green check mark for it. So the installer did a good job in selecting this inverter. For the load, it's perfectly adequate. Now, also, I just did a double check on Google to find out what the surge capacity of the i33 kilowatt inverter, hybrid inverter is, and it also gave us 6000 watts as the surge capacity. So the surge, total surge of our load went up 3650, that's 650 above the rated capacity, just above the rated capacity for surge, which is okay. So in my opinion, this inverter that the installer selected is perfect for the loads that the client is going to use. I even added another fridge freezer to it, although the installer installed one, but he said it can also take 2 fridge freezers. So I just used 2 fridge freezers. I added 5 extra smartphones, and I added 2 laptops to it, and it is still within the capacity that the 3 kilowatt hybrid inverter can handle. So the kudos to the installer in this particular case. He did a very good job in selecting this inverter. I would not expect the client to have any issue at all with this inverter. This inverter is going to function perfectly as long as they stick within the load that is being calculated here. So what we're going to do next now is that we're going to find out the total number of panels that we would need to charge this, to power this load, yeah, during the day, and also to charge our battery capacity to full capacity for in order for us to be able to power these units all through the night. So next up, we're going to do our solar panel calculation to know the total number of solar panels that we will need, to know also the voltage of the solar panels, everything about the solar panels we are going to calculate in our next video. And that brings us to the end of this video, and I would say thank you for watching, and like always, subscribe, like, share, and comment. Let's rub minds together. Drop your comments in the comment section and we'll talk about it. Thank you.